Okay, you should have watched the video for this already from the QR code. So was example 1 completed? In the video? Yes, it was completed, right? Example 2? Was this completed in the video? Yes? Question 3. Was question 3 completed? Not done. Okay, then let's do question 3 now. Mr. Lim, he spent $156 on 6 tickets to a musical. Wow, looks like a primary school question. Find the price per ticket. Yeah, you can use your primary school maths to do this. Price equals to, so you take the total cost 156 divided by 6. Or in secondary school, we typically don't use the division symbol, we just put over 6. You end up with $26. So that's the price per ticket. So find the price of 10 tickets. Part B, price equals to 26 times 10. We get $260. Next, question 4. Was it completed in the video? No? Everything else not completed, right? Okay, then let's continue with question 4. A fast food outlet employs 8 part-time workers at a rate of $3.50 per hour. That's quite low. For weekdays. But on weekends, they will pay twice. So that will be $7 per hour on weekends. So calculate the total wage paid to all the part-time workers who work for 6 hours a day for 2 weeks. 6 hours a day for 2 weeks. So 1 week will have 5 weekdays and 2 weekends. So there are a few ways that you can do this. You can find the wage for one person for 1 week. Then you multiply by 2, then you multiply by 8 people. Or you can put everything in one single statement. Now that is possible also. So let's try that. Total will be, I'll put 8 first. So 8 for 8 people. So what comes next will be the total wage for one person. Because I'm going to multiply that by 8. So now what I'm going to be writing next is the total wage for one person. Okay, so forget about the 8 already. Now for one person, he is working for 2 weeks. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply this by 2. Okay, close the bracket. The 2 is for the 2 weeks. And now I'm only focusing on 1 week. Do you understand so far? Now we focus on 1 week. How much does one person earn for 1 week? Now you open another bracket. For 1 week, there are 5 weekdays. Okay, so 5 days a week. Then let's talk about 1 weekday. How much is he earning for 1 weekday? 1 weekday is working for 6 hours. So put a 6. And per hour, he's earning $3.50. Okay? So right now what we have is 5 weekdays, 6 hours at $3.50 per hour. This is for 5 weekdays. This is for 2 weeks. And this 8 over here is for 8 people. But the 2 weeks, the 1 week includes 2 weekends, which we haven't added yet. So we need to add plus 2 weekends. So 2 days. Again, your 6 hours. But this time, he is paid twice as much on weekends. So originally 1 hour was supposed to give you $3.50. But on weekends, it is going to give you double of $3.50. And this is the working. Okay, one line, and we have everything. Weekend. And this will be 2 days. This is our 5 days. This is the double of the rate. Okay? Then work this out, get the answer. You go and practice your calculator skill. I am not going to show you the final answer. Any other way of doing this?
Okay. Can I, instead of just writing the double rate, can I just times the double rate for
To become 4, is it?
no, become $7?
To become $7. Yeah, sure. 2 times 350 is $7.
Just put $7 for it.
Okay, so you just put a 7 times 2 times 6, right? Yeah, you can. Because it is very reasonable to expect you to be able to do 2 times 350 mentally lah. Okay, so we can accept that. Okay, so just get the answer. 2 decimal place because dollar. Okay, when you are dealing with dollars, it will be in 2 decimal places if it is not an integer value for the dollar.
There's no sense.
Oh, there are no cents. Or if there are no cents, then it doesn't have to be in 2 decimal place already. Okay? So you can do that by yourself. Now question 5. A car can travel 475 kilometers on 50 liters of petrol. So calculate the rate of consumption in kilometers per liter. I'm not sure whether you knew this already from primary school. If you want to calculate kilometers per liter, the slash over there, it is like a divide sign. I don't want to say it is a divide sign because I don't want you to end up using the slash in your working to replace a division. I don't want you to do that. Division, you either use this, which is commonly used in primary school, but in secondary school we tend to do this, A divided by B. We prefer to use fraction. It is more convenient when we are dealing with, when we are going to be evaluating or simplifying later. Okay, but you can treat this slash as a division. It gives you a clue. It is telling us kilometers divided by liters. Therefore, in part A, you write down the rate in kilometers. What do we have as kilometers? 475. 475 km divided by liters. We've got 50 liters. Okay, now I'm going to bring you back to your chapter 4 on algebra again. When you have, for example, a square times b over a times c. Is that something you can cancel? Yes, the a is a common factor. So we remove 1a, you remove 1a at the bottom. So what you are left with over here is ab over c. Okay, now I want to draw a parallel over here. Look at these two fractions. We consider the numbers 475 versus 50. You can use your calculator for this. 475 divided by 50. You end up with 19 over 2. Then you have your kilometers and your liters still. Then if you separate them out, just like in your fraction over here.
Make it to a decimal.
No, I don't need you to make it to a decimal. You separate them out this way. Okay? The numbers in this algebra case will be your A. The B and the C, you treat them as your units. It works the same way. So we end up with 19 over 2. You can change it to a decimal if you want. You can leave it as a fraction if you want. 19 over 2 kilometers per hour.
Can you do mixed number?
Can you do mix? Yeah, sure, you can. Okay? So you can treat the units over here just like your algebra. And you will see it subsequently when you deal with areas, lengths, where you have your square meters divided by a meter. Then you end up with meter. It's like your square, your square meters. If you are dealing with area over length, where you have the unit as meter, you end up with just meter, which is a length. Okay, it works the same way. Yes? Oh, sorry, per liter. Yeah, per liter. Thank you. I was careless. Okay, so here we have the rate. It is telling us that 1 liter allows us to travel 19.2 kilometers. Now part B, the rate of the consumption if the car travels 190 kilometers. So using this information, 19 over 2 kilometers requires 1 liter. So what about 190 kilometers? Requires. Now if you put it in this structure, then the answer is always this. Divide over here. So 1 over 19 over 2. Okay, we're doing a division. And then you multiply by 190 kilometers. So multiply by 190. So 1 divided by 19 over 2 is the same as 2 over 19. Okay, let me put it at the side. 1 over 19 over 2. 1 divided by 19 over 2 is the same as 1 divided by 19 over 2. And we learned that in primary school, keep, change, flip. And you get 2 over 19. Basically, what we are saying, the shortcut is, whenever you have 1 over another fraction, let the fraction be 3 over 5. For example, the answer is just 5 over 3. Just flip it. If your fraction is 1 over 7 over 13, then the answer is 13 over 7. Just flip it. If the fraction is 1 over A over B, the answer is B over A. Just flip. Okay? Back to this. This will give me 2 over 19 times 190, answer 20 liters. If you were to put in the units in your calculation, you look at what happens. 1 liter divided by 19 over 2 kilometers. And you multiply by another 190 kilometers. Look at what happens to the units. Kilometer, kilometer, cancel. Because it's over 1. Right? We learn in fractions. Diagonally, if there are common factors, in this case, the units are kind of like your factors, your algebra. We can cancel them and you're left with liters. The final answer will be in liters. Okay, now question 6. Alright, but before I carry on, any questions over here? Kind of like your primary school work, right? So a tap takes 40 seconds to fill 18 liters in a tank. 40 seconds, 18 liters. Calculate rate of water flowing in the tank per minute. So rate per minute. Per minute refers to slash minute. Now, what is in the blank over here? What per minute? Water flowing. Volume. They're referring to volume. So we are expecting liters per minute. So any of the information over here, any liters? Yes, you see the 18 liters. Any minutes that you see? Don't have. No minutes, but we have 40 seconds, which we can easily change to minute. So let's carry on with that. Part A, rate. So we put on the volume in the numerator, 18 liters per. So you draw a line like this, you can call it per, or over, or divided by. Now 40 seconds. I don't want it in seconds. I want it to be in minutes. So to change your 40 seconds to minutes, 40 over 60 minutes. Sorry? Okay, so now instead of 40 seconds, we have 40 over 60 minutes, which is 2/3 of a minute. No problem. So you can use your calculator for this again. 18 divided by a fraction. The fraction is 2 over 3. And we get 27. Then you copy down the units. Liters in your numerator, per. In the denominator, you have the minute. So this is the rate, 27 liters per minute. Instead of, very weird, 18 liters per 40 seconds. Now in part B, they tell us that the tank, 95 centimeters long, 54 centimeters wide, 1.5 meters tall. How long would it take to fill the tank completely with water? So this is a cuboid. Did you all learn how to calculate the volume of a cuboid in primary school? Okay, length, breadth, height. Okay, so in this case, length and breadth times height. But you have to be careful. Check the units. 95 cm, 54 cm, 1.5 meters. Okay, if we change the meter to cm, your volume will then be in cubic centimeters. Cubic centimeters. Do you know how to convert cubic centimeters to liters? You should remember lah. 1000 cubic centimeters is 1 liter. 1 cubic centimeter is the same as 1 milliliter. Same thing. So volume will be 95 times 54 times 150 cm. So like I said, the units, you can treat them like an algebra. Let's multiply the numbers. Because in the algebra, we also multiply the numbers together. So 95, 54, 150. 769, 500. What about the units? cm times cm times cm. What does your algebra tell you? If you have a times a times a. Yeah, power 3, a cube, right? Now cm times cm times cm, you get cm power 3. This is what is happening. Now this is in cubic centimeters. I want to find how long it will take to fill the tank completely with water. Definitely, I will be using this information. 27 liters per minute. What about this? How many liters will this be? So we need to do a conversion simply by dividing by 1000. So 769.5 liters. So with this, I think you can calculate how long it will take. Again, I'll be using my usual structure that will always work for direct proportion in this case, as well as for rate. So 27 liters requires 1 minute. Then 769.5 liters will then require, same thing, divide, then I multiply, leaving me with 1 over 27 times 769.5. So 28.5 minutes. Okay, instead of doing it this way, you might have just used 769.5 divided by 27. As long as you have some sort of a statement to tell me what you're calculating, it'll be okay. Okay, now we've got some O-level questions over here. 2011, paper 2, question 2, part A. This is your homework. You probably can do this with your primary school maths also. Okay, so that is your homework. Now question. Oh, we are almost finishing already. Now question 8. Exchange rate, something that we haven't done yet. But you're doing in primary school also? Oh, also have ah? Some no. Which school didn't teach you? Which school is that? Or they taught you but I don't remember. Okay, so we need to learn about exchange rate, okay? When we go overseas, they're not going to be using Sing dollar. They are going to be using their own local currency. So you need to go to the money changer, you need to exchange money. Unfortunately, we can't. The exchange rate between pounds. Okay, so this symbol, do you know how to write it? Okay, you write it this way, you practice like this. Okay, practice. Like this, pounds. How about euro? Sometimes they'll ask you about euro. Oh, here. This is euro. Euro is just like this. Okay, so these are some that you need to know how to write. Okay, now, between pounds and Sing dollars, 1 pound equals to $2.10. 1 pound, $2.10 on the same day, the exchange rate between euro and pound. 1 euro is 0.93 of a pound. Okay, so now let's see what Anne did. And she changed 200 pounds into Singapore dollars. 200 pounds to Sing dollars. How many dollars did she receive? So part 1. Watch my presentation. 1 pound. 1 pound equals to $2.10. previously, you see that I would have written represent or cost or requires, etc. I never ever use arrow. I don't use dash. So I don't use these things. But I've always been using represent, cost, requires, etc. Now in this case, and I've always cautioned you against using equal sign. But today I'm using equal sign. Do you know why? Because they are literally equal. They are equal, so I use equal. If they are not equal, you never ever use equal. Okay, you have to use one of these words. Or the etc., whatever it is. Okay, so now 1 pound equals to $2.10. Then we want to find out what 200 pounds is equal to. And the same structure will apply. Divide, then you multiply. $2.10 divided by 1 pound times 200 pounds. I included the units over here to demonstrate again that you can treat them as algebra. You can cancel them. And the answer will be in terms of dollars. So this gives us $420. So that's part 1. Then part 2. Bill converted $500 into euros. How much euros did he receive? Okay, can I erase what I have here already? Erase, Who needs more time? Okay, hurry. Done? Done. Okay, next one. Part 2. So Bill converted $500 into euros. How much euro did he receive? Now, same thing, but if we were to stick with, oh look, €1, they don't give us directly into dollars. They only give the conversion from euros to pounds. So I don't have a direct relationship between dollars and euros. Then how? So we need to convert the dollars to pounds, then from pounds to euro. Okay? Let's do that. So I want $500. I make use of the only relationship for dollar sign that I have. If I were to write 1 pound equals to $2.10, if I write it this way, and then I carry on to say $500 equals to how much pounds, then this doesn't allow me to use my usual divide and multiply. I cannot. Why? Because I've got different units over here. Then how? Switch them around. Okay, so this, instead of $2.10 over here, I put it on the other side. So $2.10 $2.10 equals to 1 pound. And now I can use my same structure. 1 pound divided by $2.10 multiplied by $500. In the same way, the dollar sign will cancel off and your final answer will be in terms of pounds. Isn't that great? It is a way for you to do your checking also. But if you're really confident with your work, you don't have to write the units over here. You can just write the units at the last part. You may write the pounds properly. Okay, so 500 divided by $2.10. You will see this. $500 divided by $2.10. 238.0952381. Do you want to write that? You don't want to. Then how? Should we just write 5SF? Or is there a better way? Fraction is better. Fraction is exact. Use the fraction 5,000 over 21. Keep your intermediate steps as exact as you can. As far as possible. 5,000 over 21. Okay? You may be uncomfortable with this. Oh, how much is this? I don't know how much is it. Never mind. Just treat it as just leave it as a number first. And this number is a fraction. Now, his $500 is equivalent to 5,000 over 21 pounds. And we wanted to convert it to euros. Okay, so I need a relationship between euros and pounds. So if I were to, again write, don't copy this down, 1 euro equals to 0.93 pounds. If I were to use the same, copy down exactly what they wrote, then I want to find pounds of 5,000 over 21. I again cannot use my same structure of division and multiplication. Why? Because the units are wrong again. So just switch the top two around. Here we have the pounds. What was it? 0.93, 1 euro. 0.93 equals to 1 euro. Now I can do the division and the multiplication. So euro 1 over pounds multiplied by pounds, 5,000 over 21. Cancel away your units. Punch everything into your calculator. Your final answer will be in euro already. So 5,000 divided by 21 divided by 0.93. So we have 256.0163 or 4. More SF. And because we are dealing with money, put it down to 2 decimal place. 256.02. And that's the answer. Huh? Nearest what? Oh, nearest euro. Sorry. I didn't read carefully. So 256 euro. Okay, simple. Because when I was a student, I struggled with, hey, what should I divide by which one? If that is you, you stick to this structure. You don't have to be stressed over that. Nothing to memorize already. Once you are so used to doing this, you know what to divide, what to multiply. Okay, so you've got one homework question, and this one over here, due on Monday. Is it reasonable? Okay, Monday. So you have 3 days to do it. Plus this one question for O level. Plus that.